Welcome to the One Story channel. Today, we're taking you back to January 7, 1948, to explore an event that continues to spark controversy and speculation, the crash of U.S. Air Force Captain Thomas Mantell. This incident not only shocked the United States but also ignited global debates about the existence of extraterrestrial life. Let's uncover the mysteries behind this enigmatic event. It was January 7, 1948, an ordinary winter day, but one that would become anything but ordinary in American aviation history. Thomas Mantell, a 25-year-old experienced U.S. Air Force pilot, had flown numerous combat missions during World War II, earning the trust and respect of his superiors and fellow airmen. That day, Mantell was piloting a P-51 Mustang, leading a small squadron on a routine training mission. As they flew, the Ground Control Center received an urgent report: a large unidentified flying object had been spotted over Kentucky, moving at an incredible speed. The report immediately caught the attention of the control center. With the Cold War looming, the U.S. military was on high alert for any potential airborne threats. The control center ordered Mantell's squadron to head toward the location of the reported object and investigate. Upon receiving the order, Mantell quickly adjusted his flight path and began heading toward the described location. Before long, Mantell's radar locked onto the target, and he began accelerating in pursuit. However, as he got closer, the situation became increasingly bizarre. According to the radio transcripts from the time, Mantell reported seeing a huge, metallic object hovering high in the sky, as if it were waiting for something. The object was enormous, far larger than any known aircraft. Mantell described it as emitting a strange light, and it did not resemble a balloon or an airplane. Despite the object's altitude being well above the P-51's safe flight limit, Mantell decided to continue his ascent, attempting to get closer to the target. However, as he climbed higher, his aircraft's speed began to drop, the air thinned, and the engine started to struggle. Mantell's fellow pilots heard his last words over the radio: "I'm closing in on the target." Then, the communication suddenly cut off, and the ground control center lost contact with him. Minutes later, witnesses on the ground reported seeing a plane lose control at high altitude before plummeting rapidly to the earth. Rescue teams quickly rushed to the crash site, but what they found left them stunned. The wreckage of Mantell's P-51 Mustang was scattered across the ground, completely destroyed, and Captain Mantell had tragically died on impact. As news of the incident spread, speculation and rumors began to swirl. The official investigation suggested that Mantell may have been chasing a high-altitude weather balloon and that the crash was a result of exceeding the aircraft's operational limits. However, this explanation did little to convince the public. Some witnesses claimed to have seen the object Mantell was pursuing, hovering in the sky for some time before suddenly accelerating and vanishing into the sky. There was speculation that the object might have been some secret military technology or even an extraterrestrial spacecraft. The Mantell crash incident quickly became a focal point for media coverage, sparking widespread discussion around the world. Many people began to suspect that the government was hiding something. Shortly after the incident, the U.S. Air Force released a detailed report attempting to explain the event. However, certain inconsistencies in the report only fueled further suspicion. For instance, the weather balloon theory was called into question, as such balloons, while capable of reaching significant altitudes, would not explain the enormous metallic object Mantell described at high altitude. Moreover, Mantell's description indicated that the object had a metallic appearance and emitted strange lights, clearly inconsistent with the characteristics of a balloon. As time went on, the Mantell crash incident became a classic case in the study of UFOs. Many UFO researchers believe that this incident might have been a genuine encounter with an extraterrestrial craft, and that the official explanation was merely an attempt to cover up the truth. Meanwhile, Mantell's name was forever etched into aviation history. As a brave pilot, he lost his life while pursuing an unidentified flying object. His crash was not just a tragedy but also an unresolved mystery that continues to spark endless debate and research. Even decades later, discussions about the Mantell Crash Incident have not ceased. This event has inspired countless books, films, and studies, continuing to ignite the imagination of those curious about the possibility of other intelligent life in the universe. Despite official denials of any extraterrestrial connection, the incident undoubtedly spurred a global wave of interest in exploring the unknown. The Mantell Crash Incident reminds us that in the vastness of the universe, there are still many mysteries waiting to be explored. We may never know the truth behind these sightings, but they undoubtedly add a touch of mystery and wonder to our world. Thank you for listening to this episode of the One Story Channel. If you're interested in the Thomas Mantell Crash Incident or other unsolved mysteries, please subscribe to our channel. More mysterious stories are waiting for you to explore. We'll see you next time.